Alright. Things are a little bit chaotic here tonight. We'll see what we can get done before Only Birds is able to join us. Or join me on the island. Hmm? Hmm. Well, it'll be happening more and more as summer comes. Alright. You know what? Let's have a look at the tree. Because I hate that tree. And I can't do it when Only Birds is here because I need an actual bird in my party. So we'll have a look at the tree and see if we can do anything with it. I'm thinking I might need to just like get a heck of a lot more of these guys. Alright, map. Psst. You're okay, you're causing a ruckus, which is gonna make me call your name, so please stop. Bird. I really hate that the bird takes so much stamina. It's so annoying. And then put it on in front of the washing machine. Oh, yeah, no, that's fine then. Alright. Let's see, I'm having trouble seeing it. So, this. Yeah, slowly. There. Do really need to figure out what I'm doing with the bottom though. This tree really does make me wish so many things for this game. Like one, that we could flip items upside down, including trees and stuff. Two, that they had the leaves, like the luscious leaves, had more variety types to it. If you could have had, like, luscious leaves for every type of tree that there is, like, that would have been ideal. Thanks for my bark. cherry trees. Really glad you can pick these guys up with okay. Slide. Can't put on the edge. One, two. So like kind of works. I love you. Good night. My kiddo is finally upstairs. Like a whirlwind sometimes. My hubs is outside mowing the lawn though, so there will be another interruption. Yeah, I really wish like that there were leaf blocks for every type, and that there were luscious leaves for every tree type. Ah. Oh no, I landed in a hole and I can't get out. tree is dangerous. I don't actually know if I like that branch now that I look at it from far away. I don't know why I wanted. I do know why I wanted this tree, but like, I'm so mad at myself for deciding that I was gonna do this because like it's so hard, and I don't know why I'm struggling so much with it. Dude, I can hear you all the way down here through my headset. Hops is mowing the lot, so I told Kid he can play one game of Overwatch. Put him to bed. To keep him out of my hair. Alright. I don't know if I like that. I honestly, I am so incredibly tempted to just tear the whole thing down. Ugh. Not liking this tree. Such a good job on the roots too. Top is just I'm honestly seriously considering tearing it down. Just doing something completely because I don't know if I can make it work with the trees. I think this is why I keep putting off working on it. Do it again. Alright, let's go look at this. I just see like messing up my controls again. Oh, will you? It's too easy to step. Come on, I totally jumped and pushed the thing there. Why are you not doing it? Thank you. Finally. Alright. Let's have a look at this house because I'm gonna make some variation of it, I think, over on the other side. Let me rebind your running key so it stops interfering with my builder's running key. As soon as I come back to playing builders more often, like, this will go back to being the default. And when I play Fantasy Life, I do keep trying to use this button to run, but then like open my quick inventory, and it's so annoying. To be the same. Blocks. Let's do. Let's do. First of all, you know what? Let's sleep. Go to bed. It's a bed, so let's see if we can just die one. 18 of those. 10 of those. I should surprise I don't have more of these. It's a friendly. There's the sun. Too slow. Get some sunlight. Let's look at these blocks. Nice. It's too bright. It's too bright really well. There's a lot of purple. I think it's more. Tomatoes. You know what? Maybe well. And we will see if to die we do not. See what the best colors are. So just way too bright. The stairs look like yellow. Yeah, just way too bright. Other stairs. Too bright. It's a little. But yellow is one of those colors where like I kind of do wish that they did more pastels with it instead of just like super bright in your face yellow. sorry about that. Hoops came inside. I want to see if we can incorporate yellow somehow. So I'm gonna just make 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. This. Dance. Be on the inside of the house. It'll be less crazy. Right. That. Bark like I did on the other house. I'm going to. Sort of my bonus color for this island. Two, four. Time at leg spikes like that, I'm so used to like fantasy life to build do that little leg spike and then my whole game will crash. So every time it does that in builders, I'm just like, oh no, oh wait, it's builders, not fantasy life. Aye, aye, aye. And hello, Unique Jitsi, how you doing today? yes and no. Like, it'll have moments where it's just constantly crashing, and then it'll have, like, I'll have days where, like, nothing happens. So, like, it's almost worse than if it crashed regularly, because if it crashed regularly, then, like, I wouldn't get into, like, you know, oh, it hasn't crashed in forever. I don't need to save constantly, and then I'll forget to save, and then I'll lose half an hour because it hasn't auto-saved in a while. Because it crashes out of the blue. But I don't know. It's annoying. They are having issues with that. But I fill out a crash report every single time. So hopefully it helps them and they can fix whatever the issue is. Oops, that's not where I want that. You're doing alright? I'm doing alright as well, thank you. Been playing way too much Fantasy Life, though. For sure. As well. Little window there will fill in. So. The sunset is so pretty, yeah. I love the sunset in this game. Oh, I'm out of... Wait, what? Oh, no. Not up high enough. It's very confusing. 4. Almost online? Okay. Only birds. I was gonna work on my Sakura tree and then gave up on it again because I don't know why I'm struggling so hard with that thing. My brain just cannot. What did I need? Let's buy them yellow, I guess. So I'm seriously contemplating tearing down the whole thing again. And well, not the whole thing, but like the upper part and trying again because I'm not like my brain is not happy with how this is. Trying it. Thank you. So that's why I have the bird at the party. See, like I tried adding a branch and it just doesn't work. And so I'm thinking I'm gonna just need to start from square one for this top bit and just like tear the whole thing down. And try again. And I don't know if I'll be able to use like a lot of the trees, which is I think what is causing me the most problems. Which really, really sucks because I really wanted it to be like a pink Sakura tree, but like the trees are just like too limited in what you can do with them. Because they don't give us any pink leaves of any other kind, and it's so annoying. Like, luscious leaves, and, leaves. And then the leaf block should have been given to us as pink leaves. Honestly, we should have just, like, the luscious leaves. I'm trying to find them in here. Even over here. These guys. They should honestly have given them to us in, like, almost every single, like, we should have had the plumberry sapling ones, which we do have. Then we should have had, like, a silver birch one, a cherry blossom one, and a withered one. It would have been so amazing. Or just let us dye them. If I could have dyed those pink. This is why I think that every item in the game should just be dyeable. If I want to have green sakura trees, then let me have green sakura trees. If I want to have, like, the wheatgrass, if I want to have yellow wheatgrass or red wheatgrass, let me do it! Just let me dye all of the items. Hi Zach, how you doing? Floppy, hi. Sorry, I'm ranting about the lack of stuff in builders again. I'm trying to build a tree here, but I don't like it, and I'm seriously contemplating tearing it down and trying again. Because I really don't like it, and it's not working, and it's really frustrating. And, like, I keep trying to work on it and, like, placing a tree or two and then going, okay, I can't do it anymore. And then abandoning it. And so I've been, like, building this tree for probably a year now. Because I hate it. And so, like, my brain's like, I don't want to work on it. So, like, I'm seriously contemplating tearing it down and starting over. My only concern is that, like, because I would do, like, thinner branches, like, sort of, hang on, let's see. Sort of, like, sticking out, like, you know, like an actual real life cherry tree has, like, different things that stick out with, like, little tufts of cherry tree on the tops of it or whatever. And I don't know if I can do that with the cherry trees, though. That's my only concern. And the other thing, if they'd given us, like, a silver bark block, it wouldn't be so problematic, because the reason it is such an issue is because the trees hang down and they're silver bark, and it looks really weird when I only have, like, actual bark to use. Like, there's so many things that I'm just like, why didn't you just give us more stuff, please? Doing better after 2 days of no sleep and headaches. Finally got some sleep. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I hate when that happens. You love building trees, which you could help. I mean, I'm about to go online for only birds. Yeah, give me your info and I'll add you and we can see if you can join. It just won't be any voice chat because my mic is not through my PlayStation. Pictures of cherry trees. Of Minecraft cherry trees. Minecraft has a cherry tree block, why don't we? Wah. So there's not really, I don't know. I don't think there's because the picture's from afar, so it looks more like what I want than what I think it actually is. So. It's fluffier, more leaf-like. But just let us dye all the things. In a game like this, like, right, you don't need like a million different objects. You just need to let us dye the objects you do have, a ton of different colors, and it opens up so much. So much. I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna chop it down. That Minecraft image is only possible because of actual cherry trees in the game and shaders, I guess. I more posted it there for the shape of it. Not so much anything else. Because I think I might just end up using Wisteria. Which I didn't want to do that. Evenings are hard for you since hubby's home. We only have one TV. I get that. We have two TVs, but the one TV isn't really hooked up to much, so. But Hubs also has his own PC upstairs in his office, so. Oops! Fell. I still think you need to, like, add so much to that internal counter. He needs his TV time after working hard outside. Yeah, I get it. Hubs is, my husband is also a gamer. He does do stuff on his PC when I'm hogging the TV. Wait, the last time you did what? Added numbers? What were you adding? I think it depends on what you're adding numbers to. That's why you're leaving it? Alright, makes sense. Honestly, the only one I'm super sensitive about is forget. Just because it's so damn high and I can't really help how hard it is for me to remember things. I also find it funny though, so don't worry. It's just so if I'm sensitive about any of them, on certain days it's that one. I think that's why Only Birds made the remember one is so so that when I do remember it's uh actually counted. No, stop falling in the holes. Yeah, there is a remember. It's not nearly as high as forget though, because it was made so much later. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, you do that. Just FYI though, don't send me messages on PSN because it is a family account, and so sometimes, or oftentimes, it's not me actually using it. So message me on Discord if you need to message me. Yeah, see, it's only 87 remembers, and it's like over 400, I think, now for forget. So, badge. Yeah. See, this is how Aura builds. Aura builds, Aura destroys. Aura builds, Aura destroys. And eventually, Aura keeps it around. I also fall in the same hole 5 times in a row. One is. But yeah, no, I've been avoiding this project just because it's not working out how I wanted to, and it's being really hard. And so instead of just like destroying it and starting over, I've been avoiding it. So I should just stop avoiding it and redo it. That's obviously what needs to happen. That's what you do, destroy more than you build? Yeah. The amount of times that I rebuild stuff is just hilarious. And it amuses me when people are like, I can't destroy what I made. I spent so much time on it. I'm like, you have no idea. The things that I have spent like building and only to destroy, like for starters, this tree. It took forever to get to where it was. Now it's just destroying. That's okay, because I have a better idea. That's something to try, which will hopefully be better. If not, we'll destroy it and try again. We are channeling our inner Malroths. Yeah. Well, I mean, they did say in the game itself, destruction and building, two sides of the same coin. So, yeah. Sometimes in order to build, you gotta destroy. Doggos! Oops. Almost back to square one. My gosh. Is anyone here old enough to have watched that show when they were kids? I didn't love Square One, but I loved the like at the end of every episode they would have this like little like mini drama series. It was like the last 10-15 minutes of the episode. It was an hour-long show. Yeah, because it was on at the same time as Full House, but I wasn't allowed to watch Full House. So we were allowed to watch Square One, though, because it was a show about math. And they had MathNet at the end of all the episodes, which was like these detectives who solve problems using math. But I like absolutely loved it. It was the craziest thing. I think MathNet is why I love Mulder and Scully so much, is because it was like Mulder and Scully dynamics, but in a kids show. And so it's like Kate Monday and George Franklin, and they worked for like I think it was like the New York Police Department, NYPD. And then they would just like solve crimes, but using math. And each episode was spread out over like 10-minute miniature, like at the end of each Square One episode. So you'd have like the start of like the baby Spurs Mulder Scully. Yeah, exactly. But they'd have like the start of like the episode of MathNet like on Mondays, at the end of Monday's Square One, and then you wouldn't get the conclusion until Friday. So it was like it was like everything. It was like a soap opera tagged on to the end of a kids show. And to like make kids like watch like the whole show and stay tuned all week. And God, I wish I could watch MathNet again, like, and just see how terrible it was. I might actually have to destroy this too. But I do, like, I remember when I was a kid, I had it might be, but I've tried looking for it a few times, and it's like not very many people know the show. So I'm doubtful. But yeah, so what I remember, like the one episode that I really remember was Kate broke her leg, and so she was stuck in her apartment, and then she had like a bomb tied to her or something, and George Franklin was like trying to like rescue her. And it was so and I honestly don't remember how it ended at all. I just remember that like I was at like having piano lessons and like begging my piano teacher to like watch it please, because it was like Friday afternoon, and I needed to make sure that she was gonna be okay because she was my favorite character. Absolutely wild. Crazy television show. Probably would have done a lot better than it did if it hadn't been aired at the same time as Full House, which was like the big show that everyone watched then. So, but yeah, Square One and Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego were the two that we watched when everyone else was watching Full House, and I forget what else they watched. Yeah, it was so much fun. I had recently come across my scrolling feed a short of like a mini game show where like they would play like 2 seconds of a clip of a TV show, and your dream was to go on and win that little portable TV. I bet those portable TVs were they knew what kids liked back then. It was like, what is exciting? But like, so there was this like little like where they would play the first like 2 seconds of like the theme song and have the people guess, and like all they played was a like beginning of like Carmen Sandiego, like and the girl was instantly like, Carmen Sandiego, like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? And they were like, how did you? And she starts singing the song. She's like, how do I not? Like, hello. And then the other like contestants joined in with her. They're like, yeah, it's a really catchy song. I'm surprised I didn't realize it fast enough. That was acapella intro was so good, yes. Oh no, ads starting. You forgot about Carmen Sandiego? Yep. I actually had, in one of my Pokemon games, I named my trainer Carmen, and then I named all my Pokemon different cities of the world to like be like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? She's in Sydney. It was a lot of fun, and I dressed her all in like red. I actually, Zach, have you seen the new Carmen Sandiego Netflix show? It's actually really, really good. I do highly recommend it. You have not? You know of it, but haven't given it a chance? You really should. I actually, like, I loved it. And I know that probably puts, like, higher, like, you're more likely to hate it now that I say that. If you're anything like me. But I was expecting to hate it, and it actually, like, really surprised me. I think they did a really good job on it. Yeah. Oh no, it's been hyped. Yep, exactly. Once it's hyped, it's like, oh no, now I have high expectations. I think that's one of the main reasons I never actually watched Spaceballs, is because my best friends were constantly talking about it and hyping it up, and I knew that if I tried to watch it, I was gonna hate it because it was not gonna live up to the hype. Ads. Okay. Bird, take me to the platform. Where did I put the platform? Over there. Alright. I need... where did I put the picture? There it is. I think I need... Okay. I thought I missed. I think the scale is just too big for me. I'm like, my brain. This is why I don't build big things. My brain, you know, like... I'm determined and I have pictures and ideas somewhat-ish. Okay, I think what I want to do is actually make this down a little bit more even. I don't need that one. I would like it actual. And I think what I'm gonna do is this, maybe? hate that I have to go into photo mode to actually see what's going on. Move that one in the corner there, I think. Actually, I think this needs to go up a little bit. There, I think that's where it needs to start slanting. Oops. Hello, Aura. Hello. Sorry, it was on ad, so I was focused. No, it is not, because I can't have a bird when it's online, so I was waiting for you to tell me you were ready. There you go. If you are ready, I will put my island on, though. Alright, I'm gonna catch up on chat. Wait, what time of day is it? Sorry. That's fine. Okay, so way back. Beekmans. I have no idea who or what Beekmans is. I'm sorry that you wrote him a letter and he never replied, though. You just like the cartoon they made back in the late 90s, early 2000s? So you've been wary of the new Carmen Sandiego media? I don't remember when they made the new one. I know my kid was alive, so it was after 2010s. But yeah, it's like a different viewpoint on Carmen, and it's just... It's, I don't know, it's kind of like... I don't know, I really liked it. It really, like, reinvigorated my love of Carmen, which is why I made the Pokemon character named Carmen. You totally get it. You saw Spaceballs much older, and yeah, it's fun, but I had watched it as a kid when it came out. If I had watched Star Wars, I would have loved it so much more. I had my two friends who were just constantly quoting the movie Spaceballs, and it was hilarious watching them. And, like, they would explain things so that I understood it, and, like, I pretty much have had the movie recited to me. And it was sort of the same thing with, like, there's that Monty Python movie that Holy Grail, that everyone's always quoting. And I finally watched it after having it quoted to me forever and, like, thinking it was going to be hilarious, to having it being kind of because I'd had everything hyped and
all the jokes made, and so like I never got like a fresh view of it, and so I didn't like it. And so ever since then I'm wary. Like I try not to hype things up to people because I know that that can ruin it for people. And so that's the other reason I haven't watched Spaceballs, is because like I had it, the whole movie, like recited to me constantly. So I guess what makes you excited about the new Spaceballs is that this is so honest in what it is, a nostalgic cash grab for fun. And it's fun that Mel Brooks is still around and Rick Moranis is coming back. Yeah, I heard that Rick Moranis is coming back, so that'll be fun. Still cannot believe how hard it was for me to make the slime time command. It's so good though. You did such a good job with it. You're basically out of ash. Okay. Have you looked in the storage? Oh wait, I have a bunch. I have a bunch of ash. I also have a bunch of chalk. Do you need chalk as well? Oh wait, is that ash? No, that's chunky chalk. Where is the ash? No, I apparently do not have ash. Let's check the storage. Your hubby still quotes Monty Python. First time you watched it, your mouth dropped, and I was like, what did I watch? But no, I think it's funny. So I watched Life of Brian. Really liked it. So I was like, oh, I'll definitely like Monty Python and the Holy Grail, but no, it was just quoted at me too much, so I didn't really like it. Like I can appreciate it for what it was, but like I just had it quoted from like everyone in high school was constantly quoting it. So like, and I could quote it even though I had never seen it, and then I finally watched it and I was just kind of like, oh, like that's literally all there is to it, is like the quotes. DQB2 clapping of encouragement. Oh my god, my husband's constantly asking me, like whenever I say that I've done something mundane or whatever, he's like, oh, do I need to clap for you? Will you collect my poop next? Because of the night soil in builders. I'm like, you're so gross, why would you say that? But like now that's what he'll do, like whenever someone's being like excited about something that's not actually very exciting, he'll just be like like the lame way that they clap. All right, I guess we need to go to thingy majigger, eh? You should grab a weapon to make sure you can keep yourself alive. It would be in the corner with the weapon stand on top of it or something. I got a new dinosaur color mutation in Arc. Ooh, clap, clap, clap. Yeah, exactly. Hey. Alright. We want defiled isle. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe. Might have been good. I'll see if I have anything. Oh well, you'll just not get hit. I almost said to grab armor as well, but I was like, nah, he'll know to grab armor. I'm sorry, I overestimated your after-work thinking abilities. You're a notorious not armor grabber. Alright, let me see if I have any armor. I do not have any armor. Is that ash? Oh, it is ash. How deep does this go? Because you know what? If we build like a tunnel and dig down, we're not going to get attacked. I don't think anything spawns in caves here. Oh my gosh, this goes really far down. Oh, there we go. I went a little too far, but let's go up one. You can use mounts. You can't put them in your party though, that's the problem. Like you can't use the residence register in builder mode. And you can't use golems though when you do jump on them. They don't destroy anything. And I 100% understand that as like a safety precaution. So like someone doesn't join your island and then like destroys everything with a golem. Because like you don't have to be near the person that is on your island with you. So like they could be off in a corner of your island just absolutely destroying everything and you would have no idea. Unless there were like rooms in the area and they destroyed a room. So it like deregistered, you would get notification of that. But other than that, like you would have no idea. They did allow bombs, which, I mean, could cause a lot of destruction, but the materials to make them is a lot higher, so, like, might not, like, have access to bombs. Whereas if you have a golem just walking around, someone could easily just jump on it and, like, run out anywhere and start punching, so... The funny thing about bombs too is that you can actually like kill other players with the bombs. And also the poison needle. You can, if you get lucky and you get like the insta death, you can insta death other players with the poison needle. So when Cabot was still around, we used to like equip the poison needles and like see who could kill the other first. I know, it's so funny because I forget how we discovered that. It was like just messing around. And once one person had the poison needle and like, and then the other person just died and we were like, wait, what? That's a thing? Oh my god. And then we became obsessed with it. I'm just gonna collect only birds until you tell me you have enough. And then between the two of us, we'll definitely have enough. For a little bit anyways. You had enough a while ago? Well, now you definitely have enough. This is how I purified tentacle I can't say that place in the first builders, because you're supposed to like purify everything. So I just like ran along tentacruel, yeah. I just ran, I made tunnels like 2 blocks under the surface, and then I would just run along and like purify in the tunnels because nothing would spawn in the tunnels. And I found the place to be extremely hostile and I didn't like it, so I was just like, alright. So I just had like tunnel systems everywhere. And then like briefly throughout, like, and it was nice because you like to like make a room, because I could literally just like keep smashing like this and then put up walls and doors on either side and voila, room. Well, with a light, of course, because Builders 1. And so then like in along these like tunnels or whatever was just random rooms all over the place so I could sleep through the night or and I got most of it purified that way. But it was really funny because there would like be like stripes around. It's a really long lake. Oops. Oh. I did push the right button, but it didn't start running for whatever reason. Do I have windows on me? Oops. There's some more talcum. Oh, that's just like a dude. It's around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. There we go. I really wish that there was an armor that protected you from like knockback. Like, I don't care if I'm taking damage. I care that I'm losing control of my character. That is like the thing I hate the most in this game. Is losing control. In any game, really. Thank you, thank you. Yes? Ah, see, there it is. I knew it was here somewhere. The skeleton didn't attack you, he got stuck? That's funny. Come on. Yeah. I've been to this this island before. This Explorer Shore. So I knew that this long stretch had like a whole bunch of orichalcum in it. I just don't remember exactly where they are, because, I mean... I am only human. Alright. You ready to go then? Yes? Okay. Not cool, hunger, not cool. I don't think I've found all of the... Oh, I have. Okay. Cool, cool. Even armorless, you're too much of a threat. That's funny. He got stuck on purpose so that he could yell threats at you, but not have to actually fight you. So that he still appears like he's strong and a threat, but can safely be a coward. Like my dog. My dog, one time, like, she barks at everybody. Pulls on the leash and barks at everybody because she feels like it's her job to keep everyone that she doesn't know away from me. And one time this guy snuck up on me because it was raining and I was playing Pokemon Go. And he snuck up on me with his dog and she lunged at them to bark and whatever, realized that I wasn't paying attention and I didn't have full control of the leash, so immediately jumped back and was looking at me like, yo, take the leash, hello. So I grabbed the leash and pulled her in, so then she started like lunging and like biting and throwing, like, she's smart, right? She's smart that she knows that if she puts on this big show, she's and looks all tough and angry and like she's gonna rip your face off, that people will stay away, right? She's not smart enough to know she doesn't need to do that. So this guy's like freaking out at me like, your dog is aggressive, you need to get your dog away or whatever. I'm like, I understand that this is scary because it looks like my dog just attacked you, but she didn't attack your dog. And like, as soon as she got near your dog and realized that she was near your dog, she jumped backwards from your dog. Like I'm sorry that that was scary. I'm sorry that she did that, but she's obviously not going to do anything to you. So please stop yelling at me. It's not helping your case. Human, let's try this again, but pay attention this time. Yeah, exactly. She's like, hold on to the leash so that I can put on a big show. It has come in handy though, like, because I used to play Pokemon Go a lot. So like, if there was like, there's a couple churches around here and they're all like gyms, of course. So if there was like a really cool raid, like at night in wintertime where it's like super dark, I'd take her with me. Because then if strange guys approached me, she would keep them away. And I did have that happen a couple of times. At least once. The one time the guy like would not, like, he tried to approach me and she started barking at him, so he backs up a little bit and he's like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine, I'm just playing Pokemon Go. And he's like, no, but I just want to check up on you. And like and like kept trying to get closer, but the dog like would not let him. And so I just kind of like let her. This is one of those times where I was just kind of like, yep, do your thing. But she knows how to like put on a super aggressive like show. So, but like, and I've been like, after she did that with like the guy in the park when it was raining, I sort of like started paying closer attention to her, like when she gets riled up like that, and realizing that she doesn't actually want to do anything. She does just want to put on a big show. And so when we had the bee guy come, when we had bees in the wall, and she was like, he showed up out of nowhere, right? And just like in our backyard out of nowhere, no one was like expecting him. My husband was texting with him, but not with me. And then he was like suddenly there. And she was just like high mode aggressive because like there's this strange man in our backyard, and so I'm trying to talk to him, and he's like, the dog is like at the window like frothing to get out and like at him, right? And he's just like, oh, you can let her out. And I like look down at her and I look at him and I'm like, I guess because he's a bee guy, you gotta be like cool as a cucumber. So I tell her to sit, and she sits, but like still is like, you know, making eyes at him and growling. And I look at him and I say, okay, this is all an act. She's not actually this aggressive. She just thinks she has to be. If you completely ignore her, eventually she'll give up and you'll be best of buddies. And he was like, okay, let her out. So let her out, and he's like on his hands and knees, like in front of my dog, who's acting like she's gonna rip his face off. And he's like looking for the hole where the bees are getting into the house, and she's like at his face, like gnashing her teeth and growling and snarling, and he's not responding at all. Like, she does not exist to this guy. And I was just like blown away. And so she like was circling him, going from like side to side, trying to get a reaction from him, and absolutely nothing. So like she actually sat back and looked at him like, what is this dude? Okay, I like him. And then went at him with her tongue and started licking him. She's like, we're buddies now. And so then he pet her and paid attention to her, and they were the best of friends because he didn't react to her at all. So like when they tell you to like not, like you have to like keep your emotions level with animals, they really mean it, guys. They really mean it. Quite the actress. She is quite the actress. I really wish she didn't do that sometimes though. Your dog crouches down, slowly crawls up to new people and rolls over. She's saying, I'm cute, love me. That's so funny. My dog did that when she was a puppy to babies, because she loves small children and puppies. And so she would like crawl over to, like, she would get down to their level. And like you could just see her quivering. She like wants to jump all over them and like lick them or whatever. But she understands baby gentle, right? She understands that she has to like be very careful with the baby, and so she just doesn't. And it's so funny too, like the like different age groups can get away with different things. Like if a baby toddles up to her and grabs her fur and pulls, she'll kind of like react a little bit because it hurts, but sees that it's a baby and just kind of like licks them to get them away from her, right? Like, I don't like that, please stop. Whereas if an actual like older child were to do that, she's like, you should know better, I'm gonna growl at you, because no, that's not allowed. And it's amazing how the animals just have this like instinct of like, no, you're old enough to know better, you're not a baby, you can't get away with doing that. And so like it's so crazy how so many domestic animals understand baby humans are babies. Yes, exactly. and that they're so like fragile. No, she absolutely, like, with her barking at people or whatever, anytime we would go to like the park, she would go around and like sniff all the kids, right? Get to know all the kids. She'd love all the kids. And then anytime an adult who was not in the current group when we got there, or like, you know, who had kids and would bring whatever, would try and come to the park, either to like talk to one of the kids. Like, there were some kids that lived like literally across the street from the park, so they would get sent across like when they were being crazy right before dinner all the time. And their older brother would come out to come get them. She would always put herself between the older brother and the kids. Like, you're a strange adult, I don't know you, I have to protect the kids. Like, she's always been like extremely overprotective. Absolutely crazy like that. Their babies are far more capable than our babies, so it stands to reason that they look at human babies and think, wow, this thing can't do anything, and treat them as such. Yeah, that is very true. Your dog would sniff babies but didn't do much beyond that, but one time cousin's toddler had a cookie in her hand and he did not hesitate to steal that. My dog had pork twists when she was younger, because like to help her with teething, and she absolutely loved the pork twists. And my kid would always steal them from her like basket of stuff that she had, and she would just like be sitting there practically crying, like, why does he have my pork twists? I want my pork twists, they're mine. Actually, how do I want to do this? I think I will put this door in. And then what? Maybe we will just do this. Because then that will keep it from being a room. Because corners. Alright, where did my park? Where? But yeah, she's like a little actress. I really wish she wasn't. That she would understand that she doesn't need to protect everybody quite so fiercely. You know, we don't need to know about every person walking past the end of our street. Stuff like that. Your previous dog was a dachshund, and he did not like kids at all. He had to be kept away from them. Loved adults, though. Yeah, it's funny how so different their personalities can be, eh? Sorry, I'm looking ahead of thought. And it's gone. Mine went blank. Maybe I'll just put a curtain there. I feel like I should make this. I feel like this is just a little bit too cramped, actually. I wonder if I can move it. Do I have more yellow? I do not. Yeah, it's but my dog loves people, but she has to get to know them and get to know that they're not a threat because for whatever reason, everyone is a threat until she decides otherwise. Oh, she's sleeping beside me and her little pawsies are twitching like she's running. She paws. Yes, must pass her tests to gain her approval, and apparently a easy one to pass, or I mean depending on the person, is not reacting to her barking. You can remain emotionless when she's threatening you. She'll love you forever. Realized. Should probably deal with that in a moment. You'd love it if your neighbor's dog was like that? You want your neighbor's dog to be aggressive? Or aggressive in quotes. Your last dog was such a people pup. Loved everyone and wanted all the attention. Yeah, like when she knows the dog and the person that we come across, she's more interested in the human than she is in the dog, especially now that she's older and she's like too old. She's like too old to play, so she doesn't want to hang out with the doggies, and she just runs up to all the humans and wants them to pet her. She loves everyone on our street, right? So she thinks it's her duty to look out and protect everybody. You wish your neighbor's dog would stop barking when you have no reaction? She's been barking at me anytime she hears me come home or sees me. Okay, so question. If you're walking and she barks at you, do you keep walking or do you stop walking until she stops barking? Because that is the thing. Yeah, she's barking to scare you away and you are walking away, therefore her barking is working, right? So it's really hard and it can take a lot of time. My neighbor had a dog that would bark anytime someone walked past, and so I would stop because I had all the time in the world. So I would just stop walking and wait until he would stop barking, and when he stopped barking I'd take another step, and if he started barking again I would stop and wait. And my dog's gotten really good at that too. She realizes that when we're doing this we're not going anywhere, so she just like lounges around or like sniffs and finds a spot to pee, like while I stand there and wait, and completely ignoring the dog that's barking at her. Doesn't bother her at all. But like they are successfully chasing you away when you go away while they're barking. That is what they see in their brain. Their barking is working. So if you want the dogs to not bark at you, you literally have to stand there until they're not barking and then walk. And so I taught my neighbor's dog, but then he passed and then they got a second dog. And the second dog took a lot longer to train. And then it was like summer or winter or something, so I didn't see the dog in the window a lot. And then school started again and I was out in the morning every day. And by that point their first dog had died and they'd gotten a second dog. And so I was like out like trying to train both dogs through the window, and that's a lot harder when there's two barking. It's a lot harder. It once took me like 10-15 minutes just to pass her house while I was waiting for both of those dogs to stop barking. The second dog was a lot smarter than the first dog, though, like the newest dog, the younger dog, because eventually that dog caught on that I'm not going to move if they're barking. So they would be barking at me. The second dog would realize, oh, it's her, and stop barking. But I can't move until the first dog stops barking. So like he would like bop the other dog with his nose, like, shut up. And then once that dog stopped barking, I would walk. So like the second dog got it pretty quick compared to the first one, who was just like, no, I must bark. That's going to take hours and hours and hours, so it can take a long time. You've been out there for an hour and she'd bark the whole time. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. You know what you should do? You should get one of those, they have like the anti-barker things, where it's like it's just like a little machine that when you turn it on, if it senses barking, it makes that high-pitched noise that only dogs can hear. And so like it only makes the noise. Wow, hello. It's a sushi raid. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my stream. We're talking about dogs while I build a tiny house. So yeah, it makes a high-pitched noise when the dog barks, and so we have one of those, but we don't keep it on all the time because like any loud noise essentially sets it off. But when she's being really ridiculous, we will break it out and turn it on, and she'll usually stop barking pretty quick. So you should try that with your neighbor's dog. Now you want sushi? Yes, sushi is good. Sakana sushi raid. Sakana sushi, what were you just streaming? They're mute. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That sucks. There you go. And then I want... Oh no, that's on a thing. So that's fine. Okay. I need 2 more pink and 1 more yellow. You were also streaming DQB2? Awesome. Are you playing through the story, or are you doing endgame stuff? No, I needed other way. I needed 1 yellow. Story, you just got to the 2nd island? Nice! Is this your first playthrough, or have you played through before? First time! Amazing. How are you liking the game so far? Hello? Oh, 2nd time. I see. I see, I see. So you have played it before, just not since it first came out. I gotcha. I made the wrong wall. Oops. I needed... no, I did make the right wall. I guess I had some in my inventory? Oops, wrong. Buttons. Brain. Work together, please. I've been playing too much Fantasy Life, guys. My brain is currently thinking those are the buttons that I need, even though they're not. Button confusion, yes. That would be a counter. It would happen a lot. The number would be high. You don't remember such purpleness in game, but you quit before going completionist. Yeah, you unlock dies after the second island, so... This is just my, my electric island, so it's got a lot, it's purple themed. Yeah, the dice system make things so much fun. If it's island tour time, I guess. Let me finish framing this house and then I can do an island tour. Gotta fix the house. I don't know, it doesn't make it very... Oh, it's ads. Ads? We'll have to do the island tour after the ads. Alright, there we go. That makes it a little bit bigger inside. What if I literally just do it like that? And then put it not like that. Put the door like that. And then the other door like that. It's because where this house is on the map, but no one can live over here, so we don't want any of the houses to actually register as houses. Or as rooms. Because we only have 100 rooms, and although we're only 58 out of 100, I'd rather not hit max rooms if I can help it. Alright, ads are gonna start any second, so I'm just gonna work on this house while the ads go, and then when the ads are done, we'll go have a look at the rest of the island. Give a tour. No, I want to do pink, actually. Now, actually, that gives me... ability to do that. Now that there's 3. What can we use as window? I would actually just use window, that might be... That's the diagonal or the floor? That's the... Oh, that is window. There we go. She's swimming in your favorite sushi roll. Alright, we are back from the ads. Let's start with... Alright, so, overall, island explanation. I, really like Genshin. And so I decided to make, like, different kingdoms, with all the different, elements that are in Genshin. Awesome, thank you for the follow. Leora. Thank you, thank you. Do you know the exact number of A's that is? So I have the Plant Kingdom is most of Green Gardens, and then the other part of Green Gardens is the Rock Kingdom. 21 A's. Wow, that's a lot of A's. Ooh, hydrate is good. Thank you. Alright. So we have the Plant Kingdom, the Rock Kingdom, the Fire Kingdom, the Water Kingdom, the Electric Kingdom, the Ice Kingdom, which has not been started yet, and the Air Kingdom. So the Air Kingdom and the Electric Kingdom are currently been started but the least worked on. The Plant Kingdom, Rock Kingdom, and Fire Kingdom are mostly done. The Water Kingdom looks like it could be done, but I have plans with this whole thing over here, so it's not actually done. And then the Ice Kingdom has not been started yet because I'm really trying to finish it, all of the other ones before I move on. Like, I wasn't going to work on the Air Kingdom, but then I just sort of did. And then Only Birds came over to help me. That guy. So yeah. I was trying to build each area as I went, and then not build any others, but like, no, I would get ideas for the other ones, so I would start them. So this is the Ice Kingdom, though, has not been started. So it's not even like been planned or whatever, but we will start, I guess. We can start with the Water Kingdom. You're still sad that multiplayer is stuck to only being the big island? Oh, it's, so for multiplayer, you can't go to the story islands, but you can go to Explorer Shores. So you can like go exploring the Explorer Shores with your buddies. Or you can go to your Buildertopias. But, so it's only like the Isle of Awakening and the Buildertopias that are available for actual building. But yeah, I do kind of wish that they'd opened up the story islands, because so many people do such cool things on the story islands. I would absolutely love to see that. You gotta go. Thanks for hanging out, Unique Tootsie. We'll see you next time. You sent me your PSN. Awesome. And we will have to set up a time to see about building a tree. It'd be cool if that works out. Alright, so this is the Water Kingdom. It is on the docks, so nobody can actually live here except Brownbeard, who just stands there perpetually. But this is Brownbeard's house. He just has a simple little house. He has lots of storage, because he's a pirate. And pirates need lots of storage for their stuff, right? And then because he's a pirate, he's got hidden storage too, or I have hidden storage in his. And this is where my storage room is, where I just keep all my stuff. And then this is so I know how many magnet blocks I have access to. These things are so that I can use over limited chests or anything that has like a limit. Thank you for the follow. PBG? The derp? The derp. Oh my goodness. You're gonna fit in great here. We love the derp. We are big believers in the derp. Anyways, anything that has like a limit on it can, there's ones that have like a soft limit and a hard limit. So magnet blocks have a hard limit. You cannot put down more magnet blocks than what you're given. The problem with them... You just fell off again. Oh no. The problem with magnet blocks, though, is that the limit is 256, but if you put down 256, they're no longer magnetic, so you technically only have 255 available. So what I do is I put down 255 in, like, these storage areas, right? And then I know exactly how many, like, I have a visual of how many magnet blocks I have left to use. And I don't make any new magnet blocks. I just come and get them. So like the magnet blocks that I have in my bag are from here. And I don't make any new magnet blocks. This way I know exactly how many magnet blocks I have access to. And then this is my water thing that Bag and Scalpel from the Discord built for me. I asked him to help with something, and then he's like, oh, I got it. And then it's like this wonderful contraption where like you push for the type of water that you want and then come over here to collect it. And then push to stop the water. Right, so that's my storage room with all my limited stuff kind of like hit to the limit, so I can over limit and use as decorations. And so then this is I was trying to go for a sort of a Viking vibe, but not entirely, because this is the slime area. Because so these guys, here's the slime doing some shopping, The heel slimes are the vendors. Like, I can't have actual people here, so instead it's inhabited by slimes. So this is like the little marketplace where the different slimes are selling different things. This is customs with the slimes working. It seems more Asian. Interesting. Because I was trying to, like, the especially for that one, the main house over there, I was looking at a Viking house when I was designing it. But I don't know. They were all works. So this is the custom house for when people land in the Water Kingdom from the ocean. And then they get around. I haven't made more, but I do plan on putting more gondolas throughout the area because that's how they get around, either on the bridges or the gondolas. Which is why the bridges go up like this. So the gondolas can go under. And then I just like built little like slime houses. This guy's coming home with the shopping. This one's fishing. It's like little neat fun little like houses. These are two kids playing a board game. The two baby slimes playing a board game. And then we love the derp, so you'll see the derpy smile up there. I have that smile hidden all over the island. So there's one on the side of the house. Slime time, see? We love it. That's a bad slime time example though. Oh no! It doesn't want to give the derpy eyes. Anyways, derp! Yeah, thanks, Nightbot. We love the derp, so there's the derp. There we go. That's a much better slime time. Always do it manually. I don't think anyone knows the numbers but you. How many are there? I had that number down at one point. I'd counted, but I did not write it down. So I figure I'll just run around and like count them after the fact. After I'm finished building and I've put them all down, I'll run around and find them again. And then have like a number so that people can find them all. But yeah, so this is the Water Kingdom. I love like the bridges everywhere, and then like the spaces for like the boats to land, so they can can travel either by boat or by land on all the bridges and stuff. It was a lot of fun to build. I'd never built anything like this before. Oh no, I think Zach was talking about your slimes when they asked how many. But yeah, so here's the slimes. They neighbor with the Air Kingdom, but the Air Kingdom is rather snooty. They thought themselves better than everybody else. And so even though they once upon a time used to be on the ground, they kind of use some magic to float their islands. And so that's where it's currently very much a huge work in progress. So like this used to be the train station where like they would wait for the train. And this was where the Water Kingdom would get the train. But see, like they're gated off because they're so much better than everybody else. And we will eventually get like some sort of parkour pathway up to the islands from here. But yeah, the idea basically is that they ripped their kingdom out of the ground to float it because they were better than everyone else. But then in doing so, they royally messed up with their main water supply. And so they had no water and eventually died off. So it's all ruins up here now. Everything is in ruins. But their main water supply was this lake, which has been draining because they didn't think things through and ripped it out of the ground. Not as well as they could have. Now they're dead. Don't be snobby. Exactly. Lesson is, don't be an elitist jerk. You will die. But yeah, so like the magic that they did to like try and pull everything up, like they tried to pull it up as one, but it didn't work very well. It kind of failed them a little bit, so everything came up in like clumps. So that's why some things are higher than other things. Many things are like broken to pieces because it just didn't work out. And they sort of pulled up the dam as well. So which is, all of this is still like a work in progress. So, but like that'll be a little bit more flooded. I have to make it. But originally, like the lake used to be there and used to have like a waterway to connect to this lake. We just haven't done it all, put it all together, or whatever. And then, so the source of the water to the lakes was going to be from the mountains, because there's gonna be snow on top of the mountains. And yeah, so they ripped everything up and then ended up making themselves extinct because they were jerks about it. Oh, you know what? I forgot to show. I'll show. I think I have pictures. Pretty sure I have pictures. Album. So every kingdom has its own emblem, and oh, did I delete them? Not seeing them. I might have deleted them. Anyways, so at the bottom there, you can see the Water Kingdom one, which I sort of ran over. It's where their market is. And the Air Kingdom is the one in the middle. So it's, up here. We'll see if we can get up to it. There's only 14 Discord slime times. Slime time is used much more on Discord than on Twitch. That's funny. Have we managed to connect this yet? No, I don't think we have. I don't think we have. Okay, that makes sense. See if I can make it over there. Oh, I did it! Almost, I was worried I wasn't going to. So yeah, this is the emblem for the Air Kingdom. Yeah. So they destroyed a lot of the land around them, but they perished, so not much anyone can do. But everyone else kind of just lives their own life. This is the plant kingdom. This is their emblem. It's got this chair and umbrella because of Bag and Scalpel. So this is the dye shop, where you dye everything green or yellow, but mostly green. I'm gonna have the shopkeep standing here saying essentially that. Welcome to the dye shop. I can dye anything for you as long as it's green. Or something along those lines. Everyone here has green hair. I need to make more green outfits because she shouldn't be wearing black. She should be wearing green. The dye shop where we keep all lethal weapons. This is in fine print or yellow, exactly. This is the bar. Oh. For the green gardens. And then the potable plant is under here. Which they have not been making stuff in because I think the chest is mostly full, so. This is where the Chimera lives. And then the bathrooms. They're one of the few that have actual bathrooms available to them. This is the restaurant. It's like my whole goal with the thing is to challenge myself by hello, that should not be there. To challenge myself by using like each area has its own colors. So I have to follow a certain color scheme, which is like I tend to usually just build in like browns and neutral colors, and so it's to force myself to use the super eccentric out there stuff that I would not normally use, and push my comfort zone of building and just give me a challenge to build with stuff that I would not normally build with. We got some houses over here for the farmers. We've got their fields, which are kind of symmetrical. Got another farmer house over here. This is there's like a little couple that live in here. Some old villager lady and an old farmer guy. And then we've got a gazebo for the barn. And then see, everyone has green hair. And they all have green names. This is just like a little working area for my builder. We got a bell. And then over here, got a nice little garden with some seats to sit and have fun, like, you know, just hang out. This is the animal pen, which is currently empty because all the animals are elsewhere, or most of the animals are elsewhere. I love making rooms like this. With, like, it doesn't look like it should be a room, but it's a room. It's a lot of fun. Then this guy over here is living on the outskirts of town because he secretly loves the color pink. But everyone is very insistent on having everything green, so he lives on the outskirts of town, so that he can hide his obsession with pink. He grew the tree in front of his window so that nobody sees his pink curtains very well. Honestly, while the dev's giving us the proper bell that's on all the storylines would be great. I also love all the custom bells people make. Yes. You did not know this pig shame lore. Yeah, that's probably because I built it a long time ago, I think, before you started watching. So I was just like, I really want to like use something other than green because I just spent like so much time building the rest of the whole thing. And I needed a house, and so I was just like, oh, you know what? This guy, because his house is all the way out in nowhere, I was like, all right, he likes pink, and he's ashamed of it, so. There's a woodcutter out here in the boonies as well. They've got their logging thing going on here, providing wood for everybody. Some of the trees that they've chopped down, but they make sure to leave trees and grow new trees. So the I tore out the river because I wanted, like, I've always kept it there and I wanted to do something different, but I still wanted the waterfall. So I kept the waterfall, made it just go down into a little pond, and then this is sort of like a swampy area because it's my fishing hole. Because dudes can only fish edible fish from muddy water. So in all the areas, I always try and give them a muddy water fishing hole so that they can fish me some edible fish. Because they're more likely to go fishing in a fishing hole than elsewhere. It just encourages them to do that. So really should finish your IoA and show it off to people. You really should. Alright, so we did the woodcutter, and then this is the yes, we have the post office here where they get their mail and can send stuff, which is right beside the train station. Okay, and then the train stations all like lead to each other. I do plan on putting trains down for people. Have not yet. So until then, we'll just pretend. Choo-choo. Which leads to the Fire Kingdom. And the Fire Kingdom is a resort that is in denial. Says, Kawaii Kazan welcomes you. Do you have a reservation? It says the resort. So, we've got their emblem here in the middle. And their hotel. Which, I did some shenanigans, and this is all one room. Because these don't count as walls. So I made the walls out of those, and so this is entirely one whole room. Enormous natural low lit lodge, but the way that I have it set up, it looks like it's separate little like hotel rooms. I actually like I had a blast building that. It was a really fun challenge. And then because this is like a nice sunny warm, like I kind of did everything open air. So this is the dance hall. And then this is their restaurant, like their grill. So they have like fish on the grill. And then where they eat, there's a little ice cream stand, which Malroth is standing in apparently. Hey Malroth. It's funny because it's usually this guy standing in the ice cream. And then this is the souvenir shop. So they're selling all kinds of stuff from their kingdom. It's like lava stones and stuff like that. And everything is red, orange, yellow. Here, those are the colors for this place. Because there's no orange dye, it was just anything that's naturally orange. And then yellow and red. And then this is their little poolside bar that I made. Because it's a long drop, we had to go with ladders. And then this is the kiddo area. So we've got like a fountains and stuff. Yes, Orange, we miss you. Yes, we do. This is their mini volcano water park, I guess. To represent like the actual volcano. They're in denial is going to explode on them. Little sandbox with swing set. And then just like an outdoor area by the water. And then we have like showers, like, and they're the outdoor showers like you have at like the beach or whatever. And then this is the women's change room with toilet. And then through the showers, we've got the men's on the other side with their own toilet as well. And then we have a rubber ring rental place, which I love how that turned out. It turned out so great. The rubber ring rental hut. Even though there's lots of rings in the pool already. I really do wish that the NPCs could use the rubber rings. It'd be so funny. See, everyone here has red hair or yellow hair, except that I probably will be changing that up a little bit. And putting people with other color hair here because they're going to be on vacation, right? But for currently, they're all red or yellow haired. Then we have the Hammer Hood here because he is on the. I lost my door. He is on the going to be on the crew that's holding back the lava. He's gonna be standing here and be like, "Don't worry, we're on it. We'll keep the lava back." Even though everything is very much on fire and slowly encroaching on them, they like to pretend that it's not actually happening. They're safe. They're behind a wall in their little oasis. The volcano can't hurt them. Even though it's very actively trying to murder them all. And then the golem is the monster that lives here. I made him, he was behind the curtain of lava, so he's got his own little room. With one of these is real, so many of them are not, in order to give the appearance of like a giant bed for him. So he's not like on this teeny tiny little bed. Also, like, I hid, like, there's stuff hidden behind here. Yeah, see? This is where the name tag is. So that, like, it will register as the golem's room, but is not actually... It doesn't look like it should register as a room, but it does. So there's a doormat hidden behind here as well somewhere. So that you can have, like, the chiseled wall be actually, like, a wall. And then I think at one point this was a, yeah, magma chamber. And if you can either take the train and go across the safe way. You love my not rooms. You need to practice that. I love making them so much. It's my absolute favorite thing in this game, is to make a room that looks like it should be a room but is not a room, and to make rooms that don't look like rooms but are rooms. Those are my two favorite things to do. So yeah, this is the train to get to the Rock Kingdom, because like there's no way to get to the Rock Kingdom through here. You gotta take the train. They keep trying to go through there, which is why I put a stop here, so that they could get over here. So unfortunately the Rock Kingdom sort of like goes between is divided between, so this is actually in the Scarlet Sands, even though it's part of the Rock Kingdom, which is in Green Garden mostly. But it just worked out that way. We're pretending that it's part of the Rock Kingdom, even though it's always the Fire Kingdom guys over here. But yeah, so the Rock Kingdom, they have that's their train station, by the way. This is their train station. And they have a little garden, which I absolutely adore this garden. And like, you would think that they would need more than this, but no, this is more than enough food for them. This is just to maintain what they already have, and they already can't eat everything that they have because they've got so much of it. And then this is their wharf. They have vendors from all the different kingdoms come. So like someone from the Plant Kingdom will be here selling their fruit and veggies. Someone from the Ice Kingdom will be here selling ice cream products. And then they have one of their own guys selling weapons and armor. And when I get close to actually finishing and putting the island up online for people to visit, I'll fill these with things. But I do have merchants here, so like I put stuff in here and then the merchants came and sold it, and I was like, oh. So I'm just not gonna fill them until I'm ready to put the island online. And so this is their wharf. It's my really bad boat. These are my little like individual like ski-doo type mini boats, which I think are pretty fun. Whoops. I fell again. And then this was made by Lilisor, a giant crane with sort of to fill stuff on, put stuff on the barge here. the pallet of stuff to put on the barge. Very cool barge that he and crane that he built for me. Yeah. And then I have this, like, it doesn't actually do anything, but it's like to show that they have like this thing that can go up and down to like transport goods. So there's some stuff waiting to be transported. And then this is the mines of the Rock Kingdom. We've got some coal up at the top that they've been picking away at. This, I still need to fix up the house. But this is going to be kind of like the workstation where like the foreman stays to like give work orders and stuff. I just haven't done that yet because I'm not sure exactly how I want to yet. So we're leaving it for now. And then these are like the mine carts for them to get all the stuff out. And so then we have copper. I think we have another one over here. Yeah, another copper. And then if you go down, we have like a little break area to hang out. And it's funny because they will actually come and play cards at this table a lot. But the people from in Scarlet Sands come and do that. So it's really, really funny to see them do that. Yeah, on this floor, there's iron that they've been digging up. Iron. And you go down. Another little like centralized working area. I think this is the one of these has like a book of blueprints hidden behind it. And then we've got silver. And then started to get some golds down there. They started getting a little deeper. Little med station. Again, silver and gold. So we're starting to get deeper. And then the deepest part, they found the rarest minerals and gems and stuff. I just put everything else down here essentially because it's all in obsidian. So rubies and mithril and I forget the zephyrite? No, whatever. And the magna whatever. You're so intimidated to work on your mines. No, don't. Mines are so much fun to build. This is the kind of stuff that I really like building. It's like the underground stuff. I love it so much. Or your biggest like challenge is to like make rooms that don't register as rooms underground, because that's really hard. That is really hard to do. Yeah, so just have fun with it. It's good. I'm sure your mines will turn out fantastic. I did dig this from the top down. So like I created the different levels as I was digging down. So kind of like as if they were doing it in how they would actually do it. Anyways, that's just like where they work, right? They've got another entrance to the Fire Kingdom through here. Right, so like those little valleys that are in Green Gardens, I like covered over them and made caves. But this is the Rock Kingdom, and I love it. It's, I think, my favorite place out of all my places on this island. They've got some vines that they're working on, mushrooms, all lots of houses. There's like a dye shop here. They'll dye your things black or brown if we had brown dye. Meh. But yeah, so like all the different houses. This is a storage room. This is a little like cafe. A lot of those are not actually rooms, but they are all decorated on the inside because I insist on doing that. See? It's a room that's not a room. And then this is the pumping station because the miners gotta stay fit, yo. I love the mirror that I made. Not actually a mirror, but as close to one as we can get. Fun in your video games? Oh no. But yeah, so like, here's where all the people in the Rock Kingdom live. Oh, they have a little spa resort here. Which I thought was pretty fun to make. It's co-ed, of course, because they don't care. And then storage area, the blacksmith. And even like, if you, oh, hang on. If you go above, there's actually like the steam stocks or whatever they're called, the chimneys for the smoke to come out from these guys. Like it's all well thought out. Everything actually is like legit, I guess, so to speak. And then the bar down here with a private seated area up here, which I really wish was part of the bar, but unfortunately they didn't think people would want to make multi-storied rooms. So, not actually part of the bar, but it's still a lot of fun. I love the little fish tank in here. With just the jellyfish hanging out. I really like how this bar turned out. I have to do a weird door because of like the angle and everything, but I think it turned out really well. And then this is the dance hall. Club, whatever, I don't know. I needed more entertainment for them. So that's what we went with. And that's their symbol, a big rock for the Rock Kingdom. That's their sigil. But I had such a blast building this, and I want to build more underground places. I love it so much. And because it's like all the browns and blacks and neutral colors, whatever, it's more like my aesthetic. So I just love this. It turned out perfectly. To get to the plant kingdom from the rock kingdom, you go through this lovely little cave here. And you are in the plant kingdom again. And then there's the mirror you did in your gym. That's cool. It was fun. So this is the electric island, which is very much a work in progress. This place is lived in by hammerhoods because I can't have anyone actually living here. So, and I very much based this one off of in Genshin Impact, it's Inazuma is the electric islands nation, and they are based off of Japan. So based the architecture a little bit on Japan, but their colors are purple, pink, and black, and yellow here. So that's what I have to build with, which is extremely out of my comfort zone because I don't usually build quite eccentric buildings like this. So it's been a wild ride. But yeah, so the hammerhoods live here with little houses, sleeping areas. I really like, I do like to actually like build the interiors, not just the exteriors. So here's the little bathhouse for them. This guy's getting more wood. Right. And eventually I plan on having more houses under here as well. So like there will be house, like, I don't know, they'll be underneath as well. As the goal is like 2 tiers of housing. This is their little docks. Which I was trying to figure something out to connect it, but I don't think it'll work. So, unfortunately. Yeah, so you follow the path. Don't mind the potatoes, I was trying something out. This is the Electric Kingdom symbol. I went with something eclectic because I didn't really want to do like a lightning bolt. I wanted something that was a little more like funky. And so Charm actually helped me with this, helped me design this one. These guys are going up to make offerings at the shrine. And there will be a shrine here under a sakura tree, which I just tore down because I didn't like it, and I have ideas on how to build it better. So we'll work on that someday. Someday I'll get it right. But this has been really hard because like I want like this island to be purple. I want it to show up as purple on the map. But I wanted to use, like my plan was to use this grass. The problem with the witch grass is that it shows up on the mini-map as brown. See over here? This is surrounded by witch grass, and that's so it shows up as brown. And I really don't want this to show up as brown on the map, so I had to, like, it's literally decorating this in a way that painstakingly keeps the map purple. So like it's got as much witch grassy in there as I can fit to make it like look nice and more like grassy rather than peat moss. But if I add any more, then the map starts to change. Over here we've got a winemaker whose house I was working on when you guys raided. He's squashing the fruit to make wine. Got grapes hanging. We almost actually had grapes, like actual grapes in the game. But no, we didn't get them. So sad. And then these guys over here are rice farmers. Working the fields with their little house. This was a lot of fun to build. They just had the natural falls here, so they co-opted it into rice fields. A little pond. This one's going fishing. Well, there's actually fish in here. But yeah, like, this island was built from absolutely nothing. Built in from the bottom up. Completely solid. Because otherwise lag. And I'm still filling in underneath there a little bit. And a lot of work to do still on this island. But so far, coming along great. And then, yeah. We've got the Ice Kingdom, which is just a disaster zone because I haven't really started it. So. But here, they're not snobby, they're just shy. So, they have made sure that they're surrounded by mountains. And I'm still building the mountains. In a lot of places you can see that they're just flat on top. You love the layered farmland style. How long have you been working on this whole building? Like the whole island? 2 or 3 years is when I started streaming builders, and this is the game that I started streaming. So it's been a years long process. But yeah, so the goal here is going to be like that they are shy people who hide away from the world in their walled-in kingdom of snow and ice. But hang on, let me get up here. Oh no, the ads. Oh my goodness. I see what he did. Sort of incorporated the same way that the mountains are here. Although these mountains are not finished on this side. They're finished at the bottom there. That's finished. This not. But yeah, I built that entire mountain span myself. It's taken a long time. Ad break ended. Alright, only birds. I see what you did here. By copying like this the same style as the mountain. So it looks like it came from the mountain. Looks great. Alright, so then the Ice Kingdom, this is their emblem, which I built up here because I don't know where it's gonna go yet. But I actually really like how this turned out. I haven't looked at it in a while, and I forgot how... Like, I guess struggled with this. I think I rebuilt it 3 times on stream before I finally got it. So I'm very proud of how it turned out. And then this is an ice machine. It's got these crystals, the magic crystals or whatever. And I do need to figure out a way, like I plan on having it so that like it'll have like the crack contraptions. That like go off on the inside to show that it's making ice and making the whole place. So what I'm going to do is those will be strategically, like I'll blueprint that because there's guys that actually live here and they can build it again for me over and over again. But this will be placed strategically like around them to show that they're the reason why the whole place is icy and snowy. And then I'm going to have one of them will be broken. And so around that area that's broken, it'll like, there'll be less snow and there'll actually be like some grass peeking through and some flowers growing to kind of demonstrate that that's what these are. And that's the goal for this area. I just haven't, like, I have no idea what kind of style I'm going for the houses yet. I just know like the basic lore behind their kingdom, but I don't know like how I'm gonna lay things out. All I know is that the train station's gonna be there because the tablet's there. So yeah, the train does connect to almost everything on the island. But yeah, that is my elemental island. I'm pretty sure we've visited everywhere. And there are derp faces hidden everywhere, so you gotta keep an eye out for them if you come visit. As well as like hidden passageways and all kinds of crazy stuff, so. Lots of fun. Have I worked on any of my other islands? Not really. When we get Switch 2, I'm excited to be able to work on my Switch Islands again. But I haven't really touched them, and I really want to just get this island finished and posted. So I'm really trying, and I only have only birds for a year. He's borrowing a PlayStation from his buddy. He's got the game and a PS subscription for 1 year. So I get his help for 1 year. So I really gotta, that's my goal. Like, to try and get this island finished and posted before only birds can help me anymore. No, he's borrowing PlayStation from a friend. A very kind friend. Yeah, he bought the game. To be fair, I also bought the game on PC, but it was a little more expensive for him. But yes. Countdown to... Yeah. I think he's only had it for like a month. So... Still some time. But yeah, that might be a good, doomsday. The doomsday clock. When only birds can no longer help, so Aura needs to have her island finished as much as possible before then. But yeah, so that's what we've got so far. I gotta finish building this mountain so that I can dig into it and dig more houses into it. Because I really want more slime houses. I think this area just needs more. I also think this mountain should probably be a little bit thicker. Apparently past me agreed, because look, I'm already trying to make it thicker. And I built this to try and help with draw distance too, for that. But yeah, I really need to figure out some way to get this connected to that. And I'm really mad that magnet blocks work the way that they do. And then I can't do the magnet block things. Well, you know what? I never show the volcano. Go see the volcano. Because this is the other thing that Lily's will help me with. Like in Zelda's Majora's Mask, X hours left. I never played Majora's Mask, but Willow has talked about it a lot, so I know. So yeah, Lily helped me with the caldera, and then I did the rest of the volcano. Because I wasn't sure how to go about it. I have the basic shape of it, and then he did with like the fire and the setup, so that I kind of had an idea of how to do the rest of it. Like down there. But I wanted this like slit mountain look to make it seem more like, yeah, it's gonna blow any day. It's slowly, and like the Fire Kingdom is pretty much done. I just need to work on the mountains around it. That's all. But the Fire Kingdom itself is done. He's finished. There's nothing else I can add. Did someone say mountains? Yeah, I have so many mountains to build on this island, so... Is the water, or the fire triggered by water wheels? It is. It is. I actually, like, really funny, have access ports to that. What? I fell. My secret overgrown that the Air Kingdom died, so the Fire Kingdom had no more reason to... Wait, what is that doing there? Oh well, works. the Fire Kingdom had no more reason to like try and trade with them, so their little dock here that they used to trade with the Air Kingdom went to ruins along with the Air Kingdom. I never fixed that water. I remember to do that. But yes, on the back of the mountain, I actually still have access tunnels to all like the water wheels and stuff. It's really funny filling in around it. Still give myself access to them in case something's not working and I need to go check on it. So it is there. But it's wild. You have to like go through a maze of like twists and turns and like lots of stairs to find all the different buttons. That do all the different things. See, over here. But yeah, you can hear them. And the bottom part of the cave, or sorry, the bottom part of the volcano, which also has a lot of fire in it. The access point is in these tunnels. Which I think was right here? Too early, maybe? The next one. Yeah, it's this one. So. Because the problem is that the lava makes the water evaporate. So you have to have the water far enough away from the lava so that it doesn't evaporate. So and then it goes up here and right above, see, all the fire. Yeah, all my secret tunnels for like access to stuff like that are super narrow because I'm trying to make as little hollow spaces as possible. Ah! Fantasy life screwing me over once again. With not having the correct button for run. Button confusions, yep. I'm telling you, that one would be that's the second time that Zach's asked for that counter. But if there was a counter for like me mistaking buttons, it would probably very quickly rival Forgot. Yeah, that's my island. Still have some work to do on the ground here, but there is a death counter, except we didn't count the whole stream of you playing Celeste. No, because it has its own death counter. I played Celeste until I couldn't play anymore, and then I couldn't figure out how to turn on the accessibility features that they have. Like, I couldn't find them, so I had to stop like mid-level. And then I found them much later, and I kept meaning to go back and play Celeste a little bit more, because there's like the accessibility additions that they have in Celeste are so good. Like, there's one, because like a lot of my thing is that like I can't I have really bad timing, so I need to like cling to a wall indefinitely until I can get the timing right to do the jumps. But in Celeste, when you cling to walls, you lose stamina, so you eventually fall. But you can turn on accessibility that you can cling forever to walls, and yeah, I would absolutely turn that on. And then there's also like that little dashy thing that you do where you can put it twice. You can do it twice automatically, or like further or something. I don't know. Because I cannot for the life of me get the timing for when you're supposed to jump off of those moving platforms that are supposed to then like send you flying. I cannot get the timing for that at all, and I tried for a really long time with that, and I could not get it. And that's what finally had me trying to stop, or having to stop, is because I couldn't find the accessibility things to like make it so that I could do that. And a lot of the places where those are, if you have like a double or triple dash, you could make it without using the slingshot. So yeah, I've been meaning to go back and play it, but then just other things have come up, so. It is so difficult. I love the story. If you can watch someone play and just for the story, it's so good. When my husband bought it, because he loves these types of games, he started playing it when I was there because I wanted to see it, because I'd been hearing about the game, but I knew it wasn't a game for me. And so I watched him play, and I love the story. He wasn't allowed to play the game unless I was there, because I wanted to see the story. So while he was like, you know, dying his way through the levels, I would just like, you know, play on my phone, or like talk to people on Discord or whatever. Do something else, right? And then whenever he got to like the in-between story bits, he'd be like, okay, story. And so then I'd pay attention to the story, and then he would go to the next level and die his way through. So yeah, I think people really wanted to see me struggle. That one streamuary that I did, all the games that were requested were ones that I had a lot of deaths in, so a lot of aura dying. And so Celeste, I think with the accessibility features that they have, actually makes it very playable for people who it's not like the normal type of game that they would play. But unfortunately I couldn't find them on stream, so I had to stop before I wanted to. But yeah, it was it's a very nice game. I would suggest though, if you're like not a platformer, don't put yourself through the frustration. Find someone to play it for you and watch them play it, because the story is great. But if you're not a platformer, I don't know if it's worth the frustration. Because yeah, like my husband will play the same level for hours, and I don't have that patience. I hate when like those games where like the whole point is to just die and try again. I'm like, I don't want to die though. I want to just do it. So I really like that they added the accessibility features for people who just want to see the story and like make it through as easily as possible. Your husband is a stubborn grinder. Yeah, you kind of have to be stubborn in games like that. Actually, let's go back over here. Oh shoot, I shouldn't have done that. Can't let the game win. That's so funny. I wanted to look for roof tiles. So we go to my hidden room. Let's see if we have the roof tiles that I want. Got some. Let's put that away. I don't need this right now because only reason's here, so it's perpetual daylight. Alright. Some. Nope. Fantasy life, please. Let me change your buttons so that you stop messing with my builder muscle memory. You stop like stealing my builder muscle memory. It's especially annoying because when I play Fantasy Life and I try and run, I'm constantly opening up the inventory. And then when I play builders and I try to run, I'm trying to, like, I just keep using the wrong buttons. I keep trying to use Fantasy Life buttons for builders and builders buttons for Fantasy Life. Ay, ay, ay. Wait, hang on. I don't think that's how I want to do that. I have to go look at my other house. I 100% forgot how. That's a nuisance, because I totally would charge this today. Should not be low battery. Alright, let's go look at our other roof. Ah, yes. I knew there was something I was forgetting. I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna forget again. Just watch. This is why my forget number is so high. Because ADHD is fantastic like that. ADHD is very good at making you forget. Do I have not? Nope, it's not the one I wanted to pick up.
I love that game. It's like, you can't put that there. Oh yeah? All the time with like so many things. Although it's I am having a really hard time building in Fantasy Life because I'm so used to like how we build in Builders. Because I'm used to being able to like destroy and build things over again until they're perfect. And in Fantasy Life, it's harder to do that because you can't, like, there's so many restrictions on building. One of these days, I'm gonna just like tear everything apart and see if I can figure out how to do it. No! There's now a lip blocking me. I can't do that anymore. There we go. Alright. Oops. That's not where you're supposed to go. No, that's not what I wanted to do. So that's not the one that I wanted to go. This one. Hydrate, that's a good idea. Thank you. Oh, whoops. Broke something I shouldn't have. Let's hydrate first. That is also a really good idea. There, I'm now sitting properly. I was hunched over like a true gamer. Oopsie. I'm supposed to be there. What are you doing? Okay, thanks guys. Go. Then I need... Definitely do not have them. Let's go check if we have them. My entrance is too well hidden, I can't even find it sometimes. There. That is what I'm looking for. Also, this. It's too secret. What that would look like. Let's bring that with us as well.
So, first, do make it easier from the inside. Go. Perfect amount. And then I need... Not there. 1, 2, 3. 15. I feel like I should make this porch a little bit bigger so that I could actually use it. But, eh. There we go. I feel like maybe... we would do this. Right? Because then the little area is protected. Sort of. At least part of it is. From the elements. Yo! There's a moth. Flew right by me. I had a thought. We'll have to check to see if it will work. Do I have any on me? I do not. You are feeling a bit too sleepy to continue? I'm sure you did a lot today. So understandable. Also midnight. I just want to check this one thing and then I'll probably be ending stream. Just trying to... Man, I have so many of them. They just die some. I won't need 15, but I can get some in my inventory. Alright, please work. I don't know if it'll actually work. Gonna try. Nope. These will work for some, but not everything. I wonder actually. Wonder. I really want to put these. Like disappear. But it works. Now, is it worth 2 magnet blocks? Don't know. We'll have to see. But I really like how that makes it look. This is why I think, like, you know, for these games, they should just allow us to overlap items more. Because then you can do really cool stuff like this. Like, it looks like it's nailed down to hold it in place. Do I have? I do. I don't have any dyed ones. I'm just gonna put these up for now. There we go. This guy's house's exterior anyways is done. I just need to set him up with a little home. Oh, hello. You came out of nowhere. Bye-bye. That actually was a jump scare. It like turned the camera and you were there. Jump scare. I'm looking for that one block that I picked up accidentally. Where did it go? There. So I'm thinking for this, guys, I'll probably make some sort of like bunk bed or whatever, like have like a bunk with a bed up there so that we can have like the stuff underneath it so that we can actually take advantage of like the tiny space and give this little dude the house that he deserves for all his hard work making wine. Anyways, that'll have to be for next time. So that's what we got for today. Let's see, next stream will be, I don't know, sometime during the week. I honestly never know how my week's gonna go, which is why I don't like to like say for those ones. Like last week ended up being absolutely crazy, so that's why there was no Thursday or Friday stream. So I don't like to like say I'm gonna do a stream if there's a good chance that I won't be able to. So I never know how my week will go. So the during the week ones are unscheduled streams. You got to keep an eye out for those. It would be Fantasy Life during the day, and if we don't get anything during the week, we'll have it on Sunday probably. I don't know. Those ones are kind of like a as they happen type of stream. But Builders will always be on Monday night. Builders is Builders, and I don't remember the word I'm looking for. It's midnight. Sorry, my brain is shutting down. Surprise Fantasy, yes, during the week. Surprise Fantasy, whenever I happen to stream it, that's when it gets streamed. And then Builders is the constant, the reliable one, that it will always be Monday nights. The word is good night, yes. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. And we will see you next time, I guess, whenever that is. Have a good time. Bye-bye.